Arrest in 43-year-old murder case stuns Wisconsin town. Lakewood, Wisconsin. You word of the arrest, Ray Van-Nieuwenhoven was his next-door neighbor. A helpful, 82-year-old handyman with a gravelly voice and a loud, distinctive laugh. The widower and father of 5 grown children had lived quietly for 2 decades among the 800 residents of Lakewood, a northern Wisconsin town. Now authorities were saying he was a killer. They had used genetics. For nearly 43 years, Van-Nieuwenhoven had lived in plain sight, yet outside detectives' radar. It was just too much to be believed. Was the guy next? David Schutz and Ellen Matties, engaged to be married, set up their campsite at a secluded spot in McClintock Park on Friday afternoon, July 9, 1976. It appeared they were alone. 2 shots from a .30 caliber rifle shattered the quiet. 1 bullet struck. Matties ran, with the killer in pursuit, investigators say. He caught and raped. Investigators were stumped. They didn't know why the couple was targeted. The killer took no money, and leads were scant. DNA profiling in the 90s brought new hope, but detectives got no matches when they submitted the semen from Matties' shorts to the FBI's national database. Then last year, detectives contacted Virginia-based Paraben Nano Labs, a DNA technology company whose work with genetic genealogy analysis has in cold cases nationwide since May 2018, according to the company. Paraben upload. California law enforcement used GEDmatch to capture the suspected Golden State Killer by finding distant relatives and reverse engineering his family tree. Using that technique, Parabones experts concluded in December that Van-Nieuwenhoven's parents had lived in the Green Bay area. Now, detectives. On March 6, 2 sheriff's deputies knocked on Van-Nieuwenhoven's door, asking him to fill out a brief survey on area policing. They told him to quit. Detectives didn't need to visit the 4th brother. 8 days later, at Van-Nieuwenhoven's first court appearance, on March 22, bond was set at $1 million. Not. Kurt Schutz, 68, a cousin of David Schutz in Green Bay, welcomed the news of an arrest, but lamented the time it took. Prosecutors and Lakewood residents, meanwhile, were left with the question: who is Raymond Lawrence Van-Nieuwenhoven? Richard Lurkin, twin brother of Van-Nieuwenhoven's dead wife, Rita, said his brother-in-law was a. After Rita died in 2008, Sankey said Van-Nieuwenhoven spent his days fishing, hunting, and going on weeks-long camping trips. But Van-Nieuwenhoven had a dark side and has been jailed before. In 1957, already married and going by the name Lawrence Van-Nieuwenhoven, he received a 6-month sentence for an unprovoked attack on a 17-year-old girl. She was walking with. In 1960, he pleaded guilty to not providing financial support to his wife and their 1-year-old daughter, the Green Bay Press-Gazette reported then. He was on probation. More recently, some neighbors caught glimpses of a menacing side when he drank. He stopped only a. Robert Gansel, 86, and his wife sometimes dined out with Van-Nieuwenhoven. He heard from others. Sankey, 68, said he and his wife are still coming to terms with the allegations against their neighbor. People. This story has been corrected to fix the spelling of Van-Nieuwenhoven in one instance. It had been misspelled. Associated Press researchers Rhonda Schaffner and Jennifer Ferrer contributed from New York.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.